Okay. It says we are live. Hopefully that is true and we are all good. First sprint, but we're not there yet. But at least needed to take off third sprint. Happy Wednesday. How we doing? I feel I'm feeling the midweek slump, shall we say. I am hoping that the stream will help us get over that. I do have to make a phone call during the first sprint again, so apologies for that. So the first sprint is going to be partially like productivity rather than just full-on writing, because life is lifing, you know, and we got to take care of it. So today's is writing and productivity to get words and stuff in order. That's just basically all we can do. Is our best. So that's what we're going to be doing today, is we are going to be getting some stuff done and then getting some writing done. So that is always the goal, but that's what we're doing. So hello, welcome. Tammy is here. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Kara is here. Hello. Your card pulls today definitely have a theme. Ooh, what kind of a theme? What are the cards cooking up for you today? Monique says, I'm in a bit of a slump too due to having appointments this week. Yeah, feels like definitely appointments had an impact because they sort of throw off your routine. And sometimes you have to wake up earlier than you would want to in order to make it across town into the doctor's office. So Monique says, I'm currently out in the formal dining room in a nice sunny corner. Nice. Sounds lovely and cozy. You just cooked fish for Mom and grits for you. Excellent. Tasty. Good, good. Okay, so Kara did a 3-card pull for past, present, future. 6 of Swords for the past, 4 of Wands for the present, and Knight of Wands for the future. Interesting. Okay, so you've shifted from the Swords to the Wands suite, which for the most part is good. I mean, there are some cards that are like not necessarily the best in the Wands suite, but yeah. So 6 of Swords in the past, transition, journey, travel, shifting from one life to another. And then we have the Wands, and you started with, so present is 4 of Wands. Okay, so perfection, completion, stability, union, success, happiness. Okay, and then Knight of Wands for the future. Card of action, forward movement with your career, passion, hobby, or creative efforts. Nice. Okay, I like it. So in the past, you were sort of like beginning this transition. And in the current and future, things are looking up. I like it. Good. Is YouTube being wonky for everyone, or is it just me? I don't know. So YouTube has not really been the problem for me. Just sort of like my computer / StreamYard, I'm not 100% sure, has been a little wonky for me in the last like week, 2 weeks. I guess it's been close to 2 weeks now. But my computer had an update last night, so I'm hopeful that is fixing things. Kara says to Monique, I've been mired in car stuff this week and it's bumming you out, especially since it's costing $3,000. Yeah. That would do it. You had a video visit with a sleep specialist in half an hour. Ooh, so glad she can do video visits for the most part. So for most of the stuff, so you don't have to drive the hour plus to Greeley, especially with the gas prices. Yeah, I had to fill up my tank. So yesterday? Yes, it was yesterday. And this is the first time in a long time that my gas fill up has been over $40. So, because my car is pretty economical usually, and I don't have to do it very often. But yeah, so okay, I keep hitting the wrong thing here. There we go. Okay, so as I mentioned, the first sprint for me is going to be a productivity sprint to get some stuff done. So not only will I make that phone call, hopefully it'll just be like a quick one. And I may have to make two phone calls. I'm not sure. Okay, anyway, we'll see. So Tuesday, we have a kitten on a piano, kitten on a keyboard. Music or meowsic therapy keeps me in tune. Look at that little face. So cute. Music therapy keeps me in tune. I like that. Then we have another little kitten peeking out at us in a little cozy spot. When feeling spent, I find a nook or cranny and rest my furry fanny. Cute. Again, look at that face. Adorable. Adorables. Okay, so there's that. Then we need the card for today. I'm trying to think of like what my goal is, because I know the first sprint is going to be partially / mostly taken care of with, or taken up with, the productivity side of things. So I'm going to say I'm hoping to get 1,000 words, like maybe 11 to 1,200 as sort of like my better best situation. See if we can get that to go back there. Okay, so number 3 is the card we have today. It's the armadillo. The armadillo set healthy boundaries. And the armadillo apparently likes ear cuffs because, I don't know if you can tell, but it has multiple piercings in the ear, which is cute. So, armadillo, set healthy boundaries. Learning to set healthy boundaries is the gift of the armadillo. You are entering a phase where, in order for you to be in alignment with your intentions and create your best life, you may have to be discerning and say no to many things that may have been okay for you in the past. This also means that you need to learn where you end and where others begin, what is yours to own and what is not. Know your limits and understand that it's an empowering choice to say no to what doesn't feel right. The armadillo is here to tell you it's time to be honest with yourself about what you really want. Be clear on what you are agreeing to, declare what your needs are, and say no as a full sentence. These are acts of respect and kindness to others as well as to yourself. Trust your body's signals, and you will know what to do. Armadillo guides you in making good decisions that are grounded in a strong sense of what belongs to you and what does not. So there you go. Monique says, oof, for the car price. Yeah. Car repair price. It makes me feel better about how much it'll cost to have your wisdom teeth removed. Teeth extraction or teeth work, like in general, is also expensive, and it can get up there real quick because you have multiple teeth. So yeah, but it'd be nice if it didn't cost that much for either of you. So Becca is here. Hello. And ooh, you came just at the right time. You needed to hear that message. Yes. Excellent. Okay, so the poll for today is on Wednesday. What color is your character wearing? Are they wearing pink? Are they wearing black? Are they wearing blue? Or are they wearing whatever is handy? That is the poll, because it's Wednesday and people, say on Wednesdays we wear pink. It's a quote from the movie. And on the other hand, I am wearing black, but I do have pink behind me, so I could put that on. But anyway, this is about our characters, not about us. Unfortunately for you, you're currently switching between working on Auntie of Honor and assisting your mom. Okay, so gotcha. Interrupted focus. Sometimes, though, you get a lot more done than you would think with those sort of interruptions. Sometimes, not always. Sometimes. So you think the armadillo will have to apply to your characters rather than to me. Gotcha. Becca says, oh, I'm wearing pink. Didn't even notice. It's Wednesday. We wear pink, right? Yeah. So movers come on Monday and you have a lot of packing to do. Ooh. Have you already started packing? Is Snake sort of like what's going on? Or is he sort of happy that he has new things to explore? Hopefully that one, because we don't like to stress the kittens out. Ish, a little. Gotcha. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the document that I'm going to be working on after I make my phone call. So that is now up. I also have I got chocolate on there apparently. Oopsies. I also have my planner, journal, what have you, in front of me. Because I will do a quick check-in with that after I make the phone call. Phone calls, potentially. Okay. Snake is doing good. It's your mom's cat, Luke, who's going nuts. He's an agent of adorable chaos. Oh. Hopefully the kitties are not too stressed. That's all we can hope for. So, alrighty, let's do this, shall we? We need a timer. I'm going to go ahead and put the flower timer up. That's what I want to start with for now. Okay. All right. Let's do this. 1, save your document or pull it up if you haven't already started working. 2 is make sure you have something to hydrate with. I have water. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine. Roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is if you need a break, please take the opportunity and take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. How we doing? I had like just shy of 200 words. I did make the phone call, left a message because they didn't pick up, obviously. So hopefully that will bear some fruit in the near future. Again, I got like just under 200 words, and I also went and scoured the people that I follow on Instagram because I was like, I know that this artist name because I forgot to find it and post it on Monday. And I was mentioning that there is an artist that I really like their work, pencil drawings and things. Here we go. So this is Von Art, Vonnart. On Instagram, they're also apparently on YouTube with some like tutorials and book recommendations for learning how to draw and stuff like that. Anyway, Von Art is drawing tarot cards, and so they're so lovely. Let's see if I can get it to, yeah. So you have the little videos of them actually drawing. You have the little snippets of them, like some of their original additional work that's not necessarily going to be on the tarot cards. The gold leaf is also often features pretty prominently. But like, how gorgeous. You can see the whole process essentially, but it's just fantastic. And they do occasionally do a Kickstarter for like a collection of the year's sketches and things, which fantastic. The tower, and so also the original Jack-o'-lantern characters are really cute too. Some of the king characters, I think that's going to be the King of the Wands, if I'm not mistaken. And just like the knights, the horses look great. And then they do occasionally do booths, like for art shows and stuff. And just like you can see the gold features pretty prominently there. So yeah, it's just like their work is gorgeous. And so I highly recommend watching or following them on Instagram, on YouTube, wherever, because their art is gorgeous. And eventually I would love to have a deck, one of the decks, once they finish it. But yes, they are also on YouTube, which I didn't know about. So I am now newly subscribed to their YouTube channel. I'm like, oh, look. So yes, they have best art books that they have found and or purchased. Trying out different tools, gold leaf tutorial, time lapses, just like really cool stuff. So I'm excited to have another channel to deep dive into and to make me want to learn how to draw again. So, which I'd already been thinking about, But anyway, so that was the channel / handle that I was trying to remember on Monday and couldn't remember. So that's the one I was trying to remember on Monday. So hopefully that will make the rounds because they deserve every bit of eyeballs on their artwork. Okay. Let's see. Monique is working on backstories for your lesbian characters. Nice. Rachel is here. Hello. Welcome. Way back, we had a repairman come out. Was the repairman able to repair whatever was in need of repair? Monique says, it's going to sound weird, but you're imagining the aunties of your story being widowed. All of them. While the bridesmaids are either married or in relationships. All of the aunties being widowed. That seems a little odd in my brain. Like, why wouldn't some of them be divorced rather than widowed? Because I feel like if you have a group of people, I mean, you could, if they are sort of like each other's support group that they have found, and sort of like, widows support group. But if they have known each other like since forever, it feels odd that they would all be widowed to me. Unless there's some sort of other secret murder mystery that you have going on in the background. But I feel like that's not necessarily the point of Auntie's Honor. So it feels like Rita's not married, obviously. You did a packing sprint. Yay! Excellent. Gorgeous artwork, beautiful artwork. It's so good. It's so good. And every time I see it come across my feed, I'm like, haha, stop and take in the beautiful. Yes, the repairman will be able to handle this situation, but not today. Ooh, okay. But not an emergency. Gotcha. Filipinos don't usually divorce. Usually, however, you have sort of built this like what's conventional, what's unconventional. I feel like there should be at least one unconventional. Like, so besides, okay, so you have one or more be widowed, yes. I'm trying to, because again, this depends on the tone. So if you are not wanting to have the masculine presence involved in the relationship, and in the other ladies' relationships and how their families tie together, would the father/husband character be working abroad and just not be present? Or would they be off with another like their other like family, and she just is a quote unquote widow because he doesn't come back? Like, so because I'm trying to, because you have a lot of feminine characters, a lot of lady characters. And yes, women tend to hang out with other women a lot of times, but there's always some aspect of men in their lives, husbands, sons, boyfriends, whatever, best friends, gay friends, whatever. And so to have a cast of only women feels like you're leaving part of the story out. I don't know. But again, you are sort of focusing on the women's experience. So it's not like entirely out of pocket for there to be very little masculine present. So I don't know, but it feels odd to me that like they would all be widowed. But that's just me. Like, I mean, I'm sure it can work, but it just like my brain is like, all of them at the same time? Where do they hide the bodies? Marigold will probably be widowed at least, and Jasmine, but Hannah could be happily married at least. Okay. You want Marigold to be the one to walk Felicity down the aisle, so to speak. Gotcha. So if any of them would be a divorced woman, it would be Jasmine. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So I'm not like pushing you to like do one way or the other, but I just like I'm letting you know that it feels odd that they would all be widowed to me. So, but again, it's your story world. You can explain it however you want. So, you get it. Okay, good, because I feel like I'm not explaining it very well. Sorry. Okay, let's do another sprint, and I can hopefully get at least 600 words this sprint. That's I'm hoping for. I hope my brain doesn't stall out and be like, we're only going to get another 200 words. Hopefully it will be a good sprint. All right, let's see if this is it going to work for me. Do I have too many? Okay, let's make sure I close all the other extra tabs, right? Okay, there we go. Share screen, share the video, make it big, double check. Okay, it's all good now. Oops, it's still going. Never mind. There we go. Okay, so 1, save a document. 2, take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine. Roll your shoulders back for that posture check. And 4 is if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. How was that? I only got about 500 words instead of the 600 that I was hoping for, but hey, it's progress. So that means I've got close to 700. So as long as I am sort of staying in the realm of the second sprint, I will be good in terms of getting to at least the 1,000 today, which is good. Okay, so Monique has done some more brainstorming and has come up with Marigold, 67, widowed, losing her husband somewhat recently due to a stroke. Okay, so that would be like fresh grief, relatively fresh grief. Yeah. Rosie's single mom had Rita out of wedlock, and they grew up in a very Gilmore Girls type of lifestyle. Only Rosie worked as a mechanic. Fun. And Jasmine, 60s, is a divorcee who has flings with men in their 40s. Oh, and Hannah is happily married. I think that sort of runs the gamut, and would be a nice, like, full spread of a lot of women's life experiences that you can explore. So Marigold, Rosie, Jasmine, and Hannah are all sisters by choice. Yes. They're a chosen family, but they never really had the language for that. Gotcha. Yeah. Sisters of the heart are very important. So you finished eating lunch, you're going to go work out and take a shower. Nice. Excellent. You've got the work, the exercise, and all that. Good. Sorry, y'all. I think it was a mistake a couple days ago to have, I had too much lattes. And since then, I have been so tired, I guess, because it was like my body had gone without caffeine for so long, and then I gave it some caffeine, and then it was like, oh, we like this. We remember this. And then since then, it feels like it's been a struggle to not have more. So, yeah. But anyway. Alrighty. Don't forget to answer the poll if you haven't already done so. We're going to set up a third sprinty sprint. And let's see. Let's do, where is it? Here it is. Is it going to stop? It's going to think about it anyway. And I may need to take a short stretch break during this 30 minutes, so I may turn the camera off, just FYI, for a few minutes anyway. Okay, so 1, save your document. 2 is make sure you take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure not slouching too much. 4 is if you need a break, take a break. Here we go, 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I've made it past the 1,000-word mark. Yay! That was what I was hoping to get today, because I knew I would need to have a few minutes to make that phone call first and then sort of get into the writing aspect of today. So, good things. Progress. How about you? Did you get some progress done? Kara has shared something with us. Open a new tab. Let's see what it is. Oh, that is cute. So I'm going to pause it because it's got music. But share screen. It's a little cat on a lily pad with a little white duck having a coffee break. Very cute. That's Meowdring Boats channel. Very cute. And it does have music. But again, I'm not sure if it's copyright or not. So had to pause that. Funky says, howdy. Excellent. Becca says, got a lot of pics. Got a lot of your pictures off the wall. Excellent. Good. Do you already have a plan for how they're going to go up at your new place? Or is that going to be like to be determined? Yeah. Anyway, I feel like I have accomplished the bare minimum today, but hey, like again, I'm fighting against the midweek slump, like low energy, all of that kind of stuff. So I feel like the bare minimum I'm going to accept. I'm like, yes, today we have done the writing. And I am going to like call that a win because I've made a phone call and I've written over 1,000 words. So like, I'll take it. I might go for a walk and then see if I can get some energy to do another session while attending somebody else's sprints. But for me, I'm like, this is gonna have to be it. In terms of energy output wise, I think. To be determined. Okay, gotcha. You have to do some measurements. Yeah. It's always one thing. It's like you visualize everything in your current space, and then it's really hard to visualize sometimes what it's going to be in a new place, especially for me because I have such a hard time with like spatial recognition of like how much space, where things are going to go type of thing. Like the space between my little nightstand and my bookcase right here. I constantly forget how narrow it is because I was like, yeah, we can take my old rolly office chair out here. No, had to move the furniture first. Coming through with the laundry basket type of thing. You got to hold the laundry basket narrow wise instead of, it's just like, I always forget how small that space is. And then trying to plan rearranging my room at any given time. I always have to go back to the scale drawing that I made. And that helps, but that still doesn't necessarily tell me like how tight does it feel. I'm sorry, I'm getting a phone call and I think it's from the doctor's office. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I had called and left a message for one of my mother's doctors, and so they were giving a call back. So I was just trying to clarify everything and make sure I knew what I'm doing so that I can take care of Mom. So, yay. Everything's good. I now know what to do. So, Funky says, ruh-roh. Yeah. Yeah, phone calls are always like, So, Becca says, you're going from a 2-bedroom plus a den to a 1-bedroom. Ooh, so you're definitely going to have to figure some things out. Yeah. Yeah. Downsizing is always a puzzle because you're like, I'm attached to my stuff and my space. But also, yeah, you got to determine what to keep and what not to. So, great time for decluttering and deciding what to donate and where to donate to, but yeah, it's hard. So good luck with that. And did you say when the move is? Is it next week? Next month? Movers come on Monday. Yeah, next week. Yes. Yes, yes. Lots of Goodwill runs. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Goodness gracious. All right. Well, that is going to be it for me. Thank you very much for your patience as I took the phone call there at the end. Let me end the poll because 45% of our main characters are just wearing whatever on Wednesdays, whatever's handy, and then tied 22% are wearing pink on Wednesdays and 22% are wearing black, and then 11% are wearing blue. So, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, y'all, don't forget to save. Don't forget to sip, stay hydrated, and make sure you're taking stretch breaks. All right, I will see y'all soon, hopefully on Friday, and we will have a fantastic, fun Friday. And yeah, all right. Bye, y'all.